Hey Nicole, most of my clients don't know how to read a nutrition facts label. For instance, is a cereal that some clients will think is healthy, but would you mind talking a bit about it?
Yeah, first and foremost, companies do a really good job confusing people. So it does kind of appear from the front that it looks really healthy, right? You've got crunchy nuts are healthy, right? It says high in vitamin D. So, okay, we need vitamin D, no artificial colors, okay, sounds good. But the first thing I wanna do is actually look at the nutrition facts label. So this is gonna give us a lot of information. We're gonna start here at the top and we can see that it tells us a serving size. So let's look at the 30 grams. First, let's backtrack. Do you have any idea how much 30 grams is? I would venture to say most people eat more than that.
I would quite say so, yes.
Okay, so we measured it out. This is 30 grams. If you put this in a cereal bowl, it would look like
Lost.
maybe a baby could have that, right? Like such a small amount. So let's just start up at the top. We're gonna look at energy. This is the same thing as calories, what we would call in the US. This is gonna tell us how many calories is in one serving. We wanna look at the serving size. This is important because if we have more than one serving, we need to double or triple depending on how much we're having. So this tells us that it's 119 calories for this amount right here. And then it tells us how much fat is in there. There's not much fat in this. It's really just mostly carbohydrates. It's a cereal. And after, underneath the fat, it tells us carbs. There's two different types of carbs that are talked about. Sugar, which sugar is gonna spike up our blood sugar and then it's gonna come crashing. We want to have a limited amount of added sugar. So this tells us that there's 11 grams of added sugar. That's almost 3 teaspoons in just a small amount. Then the fiber. This is important because this helps slow down digestion and it also helps with gut health. So we want to have fiber. This is a good type of carbohydrate. It is, again, a type of carbohydrate. So we've got sugar and then we've got fiber. Below that, we're gonna see protein. Now, this is also really important, and a lot of things like a breakfast cereal isn't gonna be a great source of protein. Not gonna have a lot of protein. This has 1.8 grams of protein, so not very much. Out of the 25 grams of carbohydrates, there's less than 2 grams of protein, and then underneath that is the salt. So packaged foods are gonna be higher in salt. This is used to preserve the food and make it taste better. Companies add a lot of salt and sugar to foods because it makes things more addicting. It makes you want more. Again, not feeling super satisfied with a small serving. Underneath there, we have the list of vitamins and minerals. Now, these vitamins are going to be added back to the food, fortified foods. It says that it's a high source of vitamin D because it has 30% of the value that is recommended per day. Vitamin D is a really good option.
Yeah.
That's probably the only thing that is healthy about this is having a good amount of vitamin D. But I think it's really important to, instead of just looking at the cover, because companies do a really good job trying to confuse us, to look at the back, at the nutrition facts. The other thing that we can look at is the ingredients label, and this tells us what is in the food, right? And this says the first ingredient in this cereal is toasted flakes of corn with sugar, and then peanuts and sugar. So the first 2 ingredients have sugar in them. Probably not the best option. But one thing that most of our clients don't realize as well is the first ingredient listed is typically the one that's the most abundant. So if it's the last ingredient, it's gonna have the least amount of that ingredient in the food. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's helpful.
Okay, awesome. So big picture, we wanna look at the serving size first to see how much it is and actually eat 1 serving, or know that if you're having more than 1 serving, we need to double all of those numbers or triple if we're having 3 servings. Cool?
Great. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.